I'm Kitty Cat Country. Welcome to Vlogmas. So, topic of today's vlog is something that was newly birthed in a way. Okay? So, let me give you a little bit of backstory. All right? So, one morning, and this thought has occurred to me before this morning. It felt like a block that I had, like a mental block. I noticed this mental block before, and I thought it came in the form of a creative block, really. I noticed that I had a creative block. And at that time, I decided to honor my inner child and start indulging in the things that I enjoyed doing as a child. Not just because they were enjoyable, these things, but because I was hoping that in doing them, I would wake up the inspiration that I felt that I'd lacked. So that's the backstory. Fast forward maybe like a year, and I watched this video. I'm not sure if I talked about this before. I feel like I haven't. But fast forward a year, and I'm watching this video about these van life people that I enjoy, Eamon and Beck. They lived in a van. They traveled the world. They bought a cabin in the woods of Canada. They have a tea company that they hardly ever talk about anymore, but I'm pretty sure they still have it. And when I started watching their videos a while back, but if you follow them, then you know that Beck, she went through a cancer scare and situation and journey all of last year. And so they decided to start this year with doing everything on their bucket list. Basically, they're going to use their savings to do that, and they're going to start a family as well, but they're going to start the bucket list first. So before that video ended where they announced that, they said that they were also going to use that savings to help a viewer, a subscriber, to achieve their dreams, whatever their bucket list is. And they were going to sort through the comments, read them, and they were like, make sure to write down why this is important to you, and we're gonna pick, whatever. We're gonna pick whomever, and we're gonna help you make it happen, And I think that's really cool. I like it. It's a very nice way to give back. It's very generous. And then the video ended, and it got me thinking, what would be my dream, my bucket list thing? And that block came back. And then I realized it was not a creative block at all. It was actually what the void was. What it really was I didn't know how to dream anymore. And I know that sounds really weird, but it's true. And when I noted this, when I made this discovery, I talked to my therapist and I said, I don't know what I would want to do. I don't know. Like I knew I wanted to buy a house, right? But that wasn't my dream. That's my husband's dream. And he gave me that dream. He gave me that idea. This came from him. I had never birthed my own idea, my own dream, for as long as I can remember. I really can't remember. Like, I don't know what it's like to reach for the stars. I don't know what it's, you know what I mean? And so I brought this up to my therapist. I said, you know, I told her everything that I just told you here. And she said, it's probably because of of the fact that you need to work on your self-worth. People who dream and who go for their dreams are people, it really does take a brave person, like, to dream, I feel like, because I feel like a brave person knows their worth. They know things are possible. They view the world that way. They view themselves as a tool to make these dreams possible, you know? But when you don't have self-worth, you don't know how to dream, and you don't even know where to start. You know what I mean? So, I've been working on that. And now I have a dream. My dream is to live in a place where I can be closer to nature. I live, Gayomia says, yay, I know, big moments. I want to live in a place where I am close to nature. I want to live in a small town and live simply. Because I noticed that living here, I don't like it. I don't want to say I hate it, because I don't hate it. But I don't know, like, I have a love-hate relationship with this place. Not with this home, but just with the city. I don't like that, you know, there's like, if I were to buy a house here, I'd have to pay property taxes. Honestly, I feel like that's, I don't know, like, property taxes sounds scammy to me, and so do HOAs, and there's hardly any nature here. Like, it's literally a concrete jungle. Like, parks feel like walk-in closets, afterthoughts of a city. There's always construction. There's so many cars. There's so many people, and everyone's always so angry, you know? Everyone is always in a rush, and everyone's individual, I don't know, like, I don't know. It's the vibe that I get, and I feel like that's why I don't go out too much unless I have to. I've gotten better. You know, I've come from a place where I stopped using Amazon so much for groceries and things like that, because I remember being in a place where I didn't want to leave the house, you know? Anyways, long story longer, I am very fortunate to have the job that I have now, because if I want to, I can transfer once a good opportunity shows up, or it doesn't even have to be like the best opportunity. I can always transfer to another store. The funny thing is that the store that I work in now is, I want to say, one of the there's like a handful of stores like this that are in the city, or could be the only store in the US that's actually in the city, because usually this company sets up their shops in like rural areas, you know what I mean? So, which is good, because if I were to transfer to another store, I know for sure that I would be living, like, you know, in the outskirts of a city, away from noise, you know? But I would preferably want to live somewhere where there's seasons, you know, and everyone is spread out, you know? Not like where I am now. But like, and I'm not, and this is not the first time that I've noticed that I'm just happiest in nature. When I went to we went to go visit my husband's family, I felt at home in the trees, you know? And it sounds really weird to say, because before that, I hated being outside, you know? But I mean, that was probably because I just hated everything, you know? Like, not hated is a strong word, but more like fear. Everything brought me anxiety and fear. And living in Texas can definitely put you into fear if you think about it hard enough. You know, if you've been following the news, you know that Texas can be a very scary place. So, the cities, I mean. So, yeah, so that's a dream that I've been drumming up in my head, and I'm really excited about it. And I'm not gonna lie, like I've only just formulated this dream yesterday, and I told Adam about it through a text, and I basically just texted him, I want a different reality, and that was it. And when I told him that, he got excited because, like, I think he's ready for a change as well. He brought up the idea of renting, an apartment, and that's how I know it's real, like the desire for change in him, because he was very strongly against renting anywhere, especially not an apartment. He was very like dead set on owning, which I absolutely understand. So only yesterday we started looking at houses in Maine, but Maine's, unless I get a job that lets you work remotely, I don't think Maine's going to be an option. And I know I want to be like, fuck everything else, like I'm just going to save up for this amount of time, and we're going to go to a place, and we're going to start living simply, and it doesn't really matter what kind of job that I want, but there are some things that are going to hold me back that I don't have control over, and I'd rather not talk about them. But I want to fix this particular thing, and then I'll feel more freedom. And so that's what I'm going to work on next, so that more possibilities are available to us. Okay, so that's where I am, and it's those things that, I don't know, like having this dream has got me really excited when I wake up in the mornings. And it's almost like having this dream is like a baby step to bigger things, because I can already feel like the windows in my brain are opening up to let like the sun in, like when you're trying to air out like a dusty room or like a dusty attic or something, like in my head, that's what it feels like, and that's what it looks like. But anyways, yeah, so I just thought it'd be really cool to share, because I don't know, maybe there's someone out there that feels like they're in a rut and there's something missing and they can't exactly pinpoint what it is, and maybe this is what's missing. Like, it's crazy how the mind works. Like it all boils down to your self-worth. So crazy. But yeah, anyways, so I hope you enjoyed today's installment of Vlogmas. I won't keep you any further. Tomorrow I'm thinking about just chatting and doing my makeup while I talk to you guys, show you how I do a quick face. Happy for you, chica. Thank you, Gallo Mio, my big supporter out in the Twitch world. But yeah, so I'll connect with you tomorrow. On the days that I work, I notice that I stream late. Tomorrow I work, so I'll be streaming during the first half of the day, my time zone. So I'll see you tomorrow, like while the sun is out. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Bye.